Pain is a signal, not an enemy. It shows you where to look and where to grow. Shi Heng Yi. What if your knee pain isn't coming from your knees at all, but from a hidden imbalance somewhere else in your body? Could 5 simple movements, inspired by ancient Shaolin wisdom, be the key to unlocking strength and freedom in your knees, without medication or surgery? In this video, you're not just going to learn exercises. You're going to discover a completely new way to move, to feel, and to heal, guided by the calm strength of Shi Heng Yi. Each movement has been chosen not only to relieve pain, but to rebuild the foundation of your entire lower body, from your ankles to your hips. You'll learn why most knee treatments fail, and how these 5 low-impact, high-recovery exercises can awaken your natural strength, even if you've struggled with knee pain for years. By the end, you won't just understand your pain. You'll be empowered to overcome it. So stay with us. Your knees are worth it. Let's begin. The silent cry, what your knees are really telling you. Knee pain often begins quietly. You might notice it when you're climbing the stairs, standing up from a chair, or after sitting too long. At first, it might feel like a mild discomfort, but over time, that small ache can grow into something much more serious: sharp pain, swelling, or even difficulty walking. But here's the important thing. Knee pain is not just a problem, it's a signal. Your body is trying to speak to you, and your knees are one of the loudest messengers. They carry your weight every day. They absorb the impact of every step, twist, and turn. And when something in your movement pattern is off, even just a little, your knees are often the first to feel it. Most people make the mistake of ignoring these early warning signs. They say things like, "I'm just getting older," or "it'll go away on its own." But pain that's left untreated usually gets worse. Your body doesn't want you to suffer. It wants you to listen. The pain is your body's way of asking for help. The good news is you can respond. You can listen. You can take action. And you don't need surgery, injections, or years of therapy. What you need is movement, but not just any movement. You need the right kind of movement. Thoughtful, focused, and gentle exercises that strengthen your knees without hurting them further. In this video, you'll learn 5 such exercises. Exercises that are based on both science and ancient Shaolin wisdom, brought to you by Master Shi Heng Yi. If you've been waiting for a real, natural solution to your knee pain, this is it. Before we begin the exercises, let's take a moment to meet the teacher behind them, Shi Heng Yi, a 35th generation Shaolin master. He's not a personal trainer, not a physical therapist, and not a fitness influencer. He's a master of both the body and the mind. He has spent decades training in Shaolin martial arts, meditation, breath work, and physical movement that balances strength, flexibility, and energy. His teachings are not just about getting stronger or more flexible. They're about developing awareness, about reconnecting with your body, about understanding how even simple, gentle movements, when done with the right mindset, can heal deep imbalances in the body. Shi Heng Yi teaches something powerful. Where the mind goes, the body will follow. When your mind is fearful, your body tightens. When your mind is patient, your body begins to relax and release tension. This principle is key to healing your knees. Most people with knee pain are told to rest, take pills, or wear braces. But Shi Heng Yi teaches the opposite: move wisely. He doesn't mean pushing through pain. He means observing your body, respecting your limits, and using mindful movement to build strength from within. The 5 exercises in this video come directly from his teachings. They combine ancient Shaolin techniques with modern understanding of joint health and body mechanics. They're safe, they're effective, and most importantly, they empower you to take control of your healing. Whether you're young or old, athletic or sedentary, the path to stronger knees begins with a clear and calm mind. With Shi Heng Yi as your guide, you'll not only move better, you'll begin to feel more connected to your body than ever before. The root cause, it's not just about the knee. Here's something many people don't realize. Knee pain isn't always caused by the knees. In fact, most of the time, the real problem comes from somewhere else. And unless you find that source, your pain will just keep coming back. Your body works as a chain. Everything is connected. Your hips, thighs, knees, ankles, and feet all move together. When one part is weak, tight, or misaligned, the rest of the chain has to adjust. Often, it's the knees that suffer the most. For example, if your hips are tight or your glutes, but muscles are weak, your knees may be pulled out of alignment. If your ankles are stiff and don't move properly, your knees have to twist or bend in awkward ways to make up for it. Even poor posture in your upper body can shift your center of gravity and overload your knees. That's why simply treating the knee doesn't work. Pills, creams, and braces may help for a short while, but they don't fix the deeper issue. To truly heal your knees, you have to look at the whole picture. Shi Heng Yi understands this deeply. In the Shaolin tradition, the body is seen as one flowing system. When there's tension or imbalance in one area, it affects the whole. That's why his approach doesn't isolate the knee. It strengthens everything around the knee. In this video, the exercises you'll learn will target not just the knee joint itself, but also the supporting muscles, the hips, thighs, calves, and ankles. This full body approach brings real results. By balancing the system, your knees get the support they need. And that's when the healing begins. Before you jump into the exercises, take a moment to pause, because how you prepare your body and your mind can make all the difference. In fact, this step is often skipped by most people, but it's one of the most important parts of healing. In the Shaolin tradition, movement is sacred. It's not something to rush through or do mindlessly. It begins with breath, focus, and intention. Shi Heng Yi teaches that if your mind is calm and focused before movement, your body responds better. You move with control, awareness, and safety. Start by standing or sitting in a quiet place. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Do this 3 times. Let go of distractions. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the air entering your lungs. This simple act helps activate the nervous system in a calm, healing way. Next, gently warm up your joints. Rotate your ankles in slow circles. Swing your legs lightly forward and back. Bend and straighten your knees slowly, without forcing anything. Just wake up your legs. You don't need pain. You just need connection. This part of the routine only takes 3 to 5 minutes, but it tells your body, I am ready. I am aware. I am here to heal, not to force. When you move with this intention, your brain creates stronger signals to the muscles. You build strength faster, with less strain. You avoid injury. And most of all, you start trusting your body again. Now that you're mentally and physically prepared, let's begin the journey to pain-free knees. Exercise 1, the root awakening, wall sit hold with mindful breathing. We begin with a foundational practice, the wall sit hold with mindful breathing. At first glance, it may seem like just a leg exercise, but in truth, this movement is a test of presence, control, and strength, both mental and physical. It's not about how deep you sit, but how aware you are while holding stillness. Stand with your back flat against a wall. Place your feet about 2 feet or shoulder-width distance away from the wall, keeping them parallel. Slowly slide your body down the wall by bending your knees. Ideally, your thighs will be parallel to the floor and your knees directly above your ankles, not your toes. Now, bring your attention to your breathing. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold that breath for a count of 2, and exhale gently through your mouth for a count of 6. As the seconds pass and your thighs begin to tremble, do not tense up. Instead, lean deeper into your breath. Accept the sensation. Is your muscles waking up, not breaking down? This position targets the quadriceps, the muscles located at the front of your thighs. These powerful muscles absorb much of the impact that would otherwise travel to your knees during walking, climbing stairs, or rising from a chair. Strong quadriceps relieve your knees from overwork, helping to reduce inflammation, irritation, and long-term degeneration. But this practice also sharpens your mental discipline. According to Shi Heng Yi, discomfort is not always danger. It is often development. By learning to remain calm and focused in the face of effort, we begin to change our relationship with pain. It becomes a teacher, not an enemy. The wall sit hold isn't about building huge leg muscles. It's about waking up muscles that have been asleep from years of sitting, slouching, and disuse. It's about reclaiming your body's natural strength, and doing so with awareness and patience. Many people rush through their exercises, thinking faster is better. But speed without awareness only builds tension. In this movement, you are invited to slow down, to feel, to become present. Every breath, every second of stillness is a message to your nervous system. You are safe. You are healing. Tips to improve your practice. Begin with 30 seconds. Add 10 seconds each week until you reach 1 minute. Keep your spine straight and avoid leaning forward or arching. If you feel sharp pain, rise slowly and adjust your stance. Discomfort is okay. Pain is not. As you rise from the position, move slowly. Notice how your legs feel. That burning sensation is activation, not damage. Over time, your legs will tremble less and support more. This is your foundation being rebuilt, one breath, one hold at a time. Exercise 2, the ground connection, supported deep squat flow. Now that your muscles are activated and your awareness is sharpened, we move to an exercise that rebuilds the body's natural range of motion, the supported deep squat flow. This movement doesn't just target the knees. It realigns the relationship between your hips, ankles, and thighs, all crucial for pain-free knee function. Stand facing a stable object, such as a railing, countertop, or even a sturdy chair. Keep your feet shoulder width apart with your toes slightly pointed outward. Lightly grip the support in front of you. Begin to bend your knees and lower your hips toward the ground, keeping your back straight. Go only as far as your body allows comfortably. Pause at the bottom of your range. Breathe in deeply, and then exhale as you rise back up. Perform this flow 10 to 12 times, breathing with each movement. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you rise. What makes this powerful? This is more than a leg workout. It's a functional retraining of the movement your body was born to do. In cultures where people still sit in a squat position daily, knee issues are extremely rare. Why? Because the full squat strengthens the muscles around the knees, stretches the lower back and hips, and improves blood flow to the lower body. In the West, where chairs dominate our lives, this natural range of movement has been lost. Knees stiffen, hips tighten, ankles lock up, and the result is pain. The supported deep squat gently reintroduces your body to the freedom of natural movement. How this heals your knees. Strengthens your glutes and hamstrings, essential stabilizers for the knees. Mobilizes your ankles, which if stiff, transfer force upward to your knees. Opens up the hip joints, reducing misalignment stress on the knees. Trains proper knee tracking, teaching the knees to move in safe alignment with the feet and hips. Mindful movement guidance, Shi Heng Yi's wisdom. He teaches that movement should be like water, flowing, smooth, and aware. As you perform the deep squat flow, notice the sensation in your thighs. Feel the weight shifting in your feet. Let your breath guide each repetition. The goal is not to go lower every time. The goal is to connect more deeply with the movement. That's where healing lives, not in pushing your limits, but in respecting your body's truth. At first, use full support. As you get stronger, reduce grip strength. Try pausing for 2 to 3 seconds at the lowest point to improve stability. Perform daily or every other day for steady gains. This movement isn't just healing your knees, it's restoring your body's natural intelligence. That's where true strength is found. Hold on, just before we continue, we have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying this video and finding it helpful, please take a quick second to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Your support means the world to us. It helps us keep creating high-quality, life-changing content for amazing people like you. We're on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every single one counts. Can we count on you to help us get there? Just one click makes a big difference. We also want to hear from you. Have you ever struggled with knee pain or stiffness? What worked for you? Or what are you still trying to figure out? Drop your story in the comments. Your experience could inspire or help someone else on their healing journey. Exercise 3. The bridge of support, blood bridge activation. For our third exercise, we bring the focus to an often overlooked powerhouse, the glutes. This is the glute bridge activation, a gentle yet transformative floor movement that builds the foundation for lasting knee support. Why the glutes? Because when these muscles are weak or inactive, the knees are forced to take on more force than they can handle, especially during walking, running, or climbing. The glute bridge strengthens not only the back of the body, but the entire posterior chain that supports knee health. How to perform the glute bridge? Lie down on your back, preferably on a yoga mat or soft surface. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor, hip width apart. Let your arms rest by your sides with palms facing down. Now press your feet into the floor. Squeeze your glutes and slowly lift your hips upward until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Hold this top position for 3 to 5 seconds while breathing deeply. Then lower your hips back down with control. Repeat this for 12 to 15 repetitions, resting for 30 seconds between 2 or 3 sets. Key muscles activated. Gluteus maximus, the main driver of hip extension and stability. Hamstrings, supporting the back of the thighs. Core muscles, gently engaged to stabilize the pelvis. Benefits for your knees. Takes pressure off the knees by redistributing force through stronger glutes. Realigns your posture, reducing forward lean that strains the knees. Enhances pelvic control, which is essential for balanced movement patterns. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't push through the lower back. Lift through the hips. Don't flare your ribs. Keep the core gently engaged. Avoid rushing. The slower the movement, the deeper the muscle engagement. Shi Heng Yi's insight. In the Shaolin philosophy, strength comes from connection, not just muscle power. As you lift your hips in this movement, imagine your body bridging the gap between weakness and stability. Feel the ground supporting you. Use each lift to awaken awareness in your legs, hips, and spine. Advanced progression. Once basic glute bridges feel easy, try holding the top position for up to 10 seconds, or perform the movement on one leg for a deeper challenge, but only when your body is ready. The beauty of the glute bridge lies in its simplicity. It doesn't demand speed, weights, or fancy equipment. It asks only for presence, precision, and patience. These are the very things your knees have been waiting for. Ready for sections 8, 9, and 10? These will include the final 2 exercises and the closing message that ties everything together with power and peace. Let me know. Exercise 4. The flow of stability, step back lunge with arm reach. As we move deeper into transformation, we now introduce a slightly more dynamic movement, the step back lunge with arm reach. This movement builds mobility, strength, and balance, while subtly coordinating upper and lower body function, a hallmark of Shi Heng Yi's approach. Most people fear lunges because of knee pain, but when performed with alignment, breath, and intention, this movement becomes not a cause of pain but a path to freedom. How to perform the exercise? Start by standing upright, feet together, arms relaxed by your sides. Step your right foot back, planting the ball of your foot on the ground while your heel remains lifted. As you lower into the lunge position, simultaneously raise both arms straight above your head, palms facing each other. Keep your front knee aligned over your ankle, not beyond your toes. Your back leg should feel long and extended. Inhale as you reach up with your arms and expand your chest. Exhale as you press into the front foot and return to the starting position. Repeat on the other side. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions per leg, slowly and with control. Why this works? The step back lunge strengthens the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves, a full spectrum of support muscles surrounding the knee. Adding the arm reach creates a chain reaction. It opens the hip flexors, stretches the spine, and improves overall coordination. Knee pain often stems from more than the knees themselves. Tight hips, weak glutes, or stiff ankles can throw the entire lower body off balance. This movement addresses all of those zones at once. Shi Heng Yi's principle in action. In Shaolin teachings, strength without grace and awareness is considered incomplete. This lunge asks your mind and body to cooperate. It's not about lunging deeper or faster. It's about moving as one whole unit. The arm reach adds an important mental cue, reaching upward while grounding downward. This movement becomes a symbolic act of rising above limitations while staying rooted in the body. It teaches your nervous system that movement is safe, supported, and restorative. Mindful tips to keep in mind. Always step back slowly and with awareness. Focus on your front leg for control and stability. Your arms should float upward. Don't tense the shoulders. If balance is difficult, perform the movement next to a wall for light support. What do you gain? Improved hip mobility and strength. Enhanced knee alignment during walking or running. Reduced pressure on the kneecap due to stronger muscle coordination. A sense of control and awareness in your movements. Many people live in fear of movement because of pain. But when guided correctly, pain becomes a compass, not a cage. This exercise guides you gently back into dynamic function. The result? A stronger, more confident connection to your body. And the best part? You don't need a gym, weights, or equipment. Just a willingness to move slowly, breathe deeply, and stay present. Exercise 5. The rebuilding stillness, standing knee circles with awareness. For the final exercise in our journey, we slow things down, way down. This is the standing knee circle, a soft, circular movement that lubricates the knee joint, enhances proprioception, and promotes healing through gentle motion. Many people overlook slow, controlled movements like this, assuming they're too easy or too basic. But here's the truth. True healing starts with awareness, not aggression. How to perform the standing knee circles. Stand with feet together or hip-width apart. Slightly bend your knees, just enough to soften the joint, not to squat. Place your hands gently on your knees, not pressing, just resting. Begin to circle both knees slowly in a clockwise motion. Imagine you're drawing a small circle on the floor beneath you with each rotation. After 8 to 10 slow circles, reverse the direction and repeat. Keep your breath steady. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. If balance is difficult, place one hand on a wall or a chair for support. Why this movement is powerful. The knee joint thrives on movement, but not harsh, jarring movement, rather soft, nourishing motion that stimulates synovial fluid production. This fluid acts like oil for your joints, keeping them smooth and protected. These small circles wake up the tendons, ligaments, and connective tissues that surround the knee. The slow pace gives your nervous system time to register and reorganize, helping it unlearn patterns of guarding and stiffness. What makes this Shi Heng Yi inspired? Shi Heng Yi often emphasizes that healing happens in the gaps between force and stillness and breath and softness. The knee circles reflect the principle of non-resistance, moving with the body instead of against it. This practice also improves proprioception, your body's ability to sense its own position and movement. When proprioception is impaired, often due to injury or aging, the knees become more vulnerable. By restoring this inner GPS, you build inner safety. Healing benefits: increases circulation to the knee area, reduces stiffness and risk of injury, trains the nervous system to stay calm during knee movement, promotes smooth joint function and flexibility. You don't need to push through pain. You don't need to sweat or struggle. Sometimes, the most profound transformations come through the gentlest motions. Use these circles daily, especially in the morning or before any activity. Let them become a ritual, a way of reclaiming your knees through care, not conflict. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. You've now explored 5 powerful, transformative exercises. But what truly makes them effective is not the movement alone. It's the awareness, the breath, and the intention behind every repetition. Shi Heng Yi teaches that healing is not an event. It is a process of returning to your body, to the present moment, to the strength you were born with. Let's reflect on what you've done. You've activated your foundation with the wall-sit hold, confronting effort with calmness. You reawaken natural mobility with the deep squat flow, rediscovering how your body was meant to move. You built hidden strength through the glut bridge, forming the bridge between pain and resilience. You brought stability and movement together with the step-back lunge, aligning body and breath. And finally, you honored the power of gentle awareness through the standing knee circles, showing that stillness, too, is healing. Now, the path forward is in your hands. These are not just exercises, they are tools for life. Repeat them with regularity. Don't rush. Don't compare. Stay consistent. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. And remember, true strength is quiet. It builds slowly. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll walk, climb, squat, and there will be no pain, just freedom. If this video brought value to your journey, we ask you to support us by subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment sharing your experience. Which exercise helped you most? Like the video to help others discover this healing path. And share this with someone who needs to reclaim their knees. This isn't the end. It's a beginning. And we're here with you every step of the way.